10-minute reminder, 10-minute reminder, go to network in 10 minutes. 10-minute reminder, we go to network in 10 minutes. I want to thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast on the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. The mission is clear. At the Voice Carolinas Media Group, I want to bring you a wide variety of audio broadcasts to North and South Carolina. From high school and college sports to minor league baseball, including coaches, shows, and podcasts, I want to bring entertaining content to the listener and affordable advertising to the sponsors. If you'd like to bring the Voice Carolinas Media Group to your event, or if you want to support my effort, I hope that you'll reach out to me online at voicecarolinasmedia.com. That's voicecarolinasmedia.com. And then, of course, you can always reach out to me by way of email, brianrushingradio@gmail.com. Don't forget to connect with me on social media at VC Media Group on Twitter and at What's Up B-Rush on Instagram. I hope you enjoyed today's broadcast and that you'll tune in often for local sports audio the way you remember it on the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. The email address again, brianrushingradio@gmail.com. Cabinets Unlimited is a proud supporter of the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. A commitment to quality and attention to detail service calling cards for every customer every day at Cabinets Unlimited. Find out for yourself by calling Jeff Gibson at 704-825-9694. That's 704-825-9694. Cabinets Unlimited, a proud supporter of the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. The number again, 704-825-9694. That's Cabinets Unlimited. Hi folks, Brian Rushing here. Wanted to tell you a little bit about Maximum Hoops. If your kid is looking for an opportunity to raise their skill set, learn some great disciplines for the sport of basketball, and have fun, which is ultimately what it's all about to begin with, then let me suggest Maximum Hoops. Paul McMahon does not babysit your kid. That's not what it's about here. This is an opportunity for your child to learn great habits, learn disciplines, understand the game of basketball, create a skill set that is personalized to them, and at the same time have fun. That's right, folks. Maximum learning, maximum fun. That's Maximum Hoops. Give Paul McMahon a call at 704-860-1185. That's 704-860-1185. Again, maximum learning, maximum fun. That's Maximum Hoops. 704-860-1185. Hi, folks. Have you seen it? VoiceCarolinesMedia.com. If you're looking for me and what I'm doing, whether it's the Belmont Abbey Sports Network, ACC Network Extra, Big South Digital Network, ESPN Plus, or, of course, my little bit of time here at the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network, you can find out where I'm going, what I'm doing, and you can even book me for your next big event, all on VoiceCarolinesMedia.com. Don't forget it, folks. VoiceCarolinesMedia.com. VoiceCarolinesMedia.com. Network reminder, we're 5 minutes out from broadcast. 5 minutes out to network. Cabinets Unlimited is a proud supporter of the Voice Carolina's broadcast network. A commitment to quality and attention to detail service calling cards for every customer every day at Cabinets Unlimited. Find out for yourself by calling Jeff Gibson at 704-825-9694. That's 704-825-9694. Cabinets Unlimited, a proud supporter of the Voice Carolina's broadcast network. The number again, 704-825-9694. That's Cabinets Unlimited. Hi folks, Brian Rushing here. Wanted to tell you a little bit about Maximum Hoops. If your kid is looking for an opportunity to raise their skill set, learn some great disciplines for the sport of basketball, and have fun, which is ultimately what it's all about to begin with, then let me suggest Maximum Hoops. Paul McMahon does not babysit your kid. That's not what it's about here. This is an opportunity for your child to learn great habits, learn disciplines, understand the game of basketball, create a skill set that is personalized to them, and at the same time have fun. That's right, folks. Maximum learning, maximum fun. That's Maximum Hoops. Give Paul McMahon a call at 704-860-1185. That's 704-860-1185. Again, maximum learning, maximum fun. That's Maximum Hoops. 704-860-1185. Cabinets Unlimited is a proud supporter of the Voice Carolina's broadcast network. A commitment to quality and attention to detail service calling cards for every customer every day at Cabinets Unlimited. Find out for yourself by calling Jeff Gibson at 704-825-9694. That's 704-825-9694. Cabinets Unlimited, a proud supporter of the Voice Carolina's broadcast network. The number again, 704-825-9694. That's Cabinets Unlimited. College basketball on the Voice Carolina's broadcast network is a production of the Voice Carolina's Media Group and is brought to you by our sponsors and underwriters. Let's go courtside. It's time for college basketball action on the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. And good evening. We welcome you to Paul Porter Arena on the campus of Gardner-Webb University in Boiling Springs, North Carolina. So glad that you could join us for the premiere of college basketball on the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. Brian Rushing here with you for a little Big South Conference tilt here in the evening as the USC Upstate Spartans will be taking on the Gardner-Webb University Runnin' Bulldogs, as these two clubs both looking for their first Big South Conference win. Of course, Gardner-Webb has the more impressive resume here in the early going. They come in with a 10-6 record on the season. They're 0-1 in conference. They lost a midweek matchup to Campbell to open up their conference play, but that was prior to 8 straight wins by the Gardner-Webb Running Bulldogs, including 2 ACC schools, as they were able to take down Georgia Tech and Wake Forest in non-conference play. The USC Upstate Spartans come into conference play 0-2, 5-12 overall. This is a club who lost last weekend on the road to Presbyterian College. They lost on Thursday night down at the Hodge Center against the Radford Highlanders, an opportunity for this club on the road to pick up their first conference win. The Runnin' Bulldogs would like to go to 500 even in the conference and put together a new streak. When we come back on the other side of this timeout, we'll have some numbers, we'll have some starters, and we'll be ready to go for a top-of-the-hour tip here on the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. We'll be right back. I want to thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast on the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. The mission is clear. At the Voice Carolinas Media Group, I want to bring you a wide variety of audio broadcasts to North and South Carolina. From high school and college sports to minor league baseball, including coaches, shows, and podcasts, I want to bring entertaining content to the listener and affordable advertising to the sponsors. If you'd like to bring the Voice Carolinas Media Group to your event, or if you want to support my effort, I hope that you'll reach out to me online at voicecarolinasmedia.com. That's voicecarolinasmedia.com. And then, of course, you can always reach out to me by way of email, brianrushingradio@gmail.com. Don't forget to connect with me on social media at VC Media Group on Twitter and at What's Up B-Rush on Instagram. I hope you enjoyed today's broadcast and that you'll tune in often for local sports audio the way you remember it on the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. The email address again, brianrushingradio@gmail.com. Cabinets Unlimited is a proud supporter of the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. A commitment to quality and attention to detail service calling cards for every customer every day at Cabinets Unlimited. Find out for yourself by calling Jeff Gibson at 704-825-9694. That's 704-825-9694. Cabinets Unlimited, a proud supporter of the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. The number again, 704-825-9694. That's Cabinets Unlimited. Hi folks, Brian Rushing here. Wanted to tell you a little bit about Maximum Hoops. If your kid is looking for an opportunity to raise their skill set, learn some great disciplines for the sport of basketball, and have fun, which is ultimately what it's all about to begin with, then let me suggest Maximum Hoops. Paul McMahon does not babysit your kid. That's not what it's about here. This is an opportunity for your child to learn great habits, learn disciplines, understand the game of basketball, create a skill set that is personalized to them, and at the same time have fun. That's right, folks. Maximum learning, maximum fun. That's Maximum Hoops. Give Paul McMahon a call at 704-860-1185. That's 704-860-1185. Again, maximum learning, maximum fun. That's Maximum Hoops. 704-860-1185. Hi, folks. Have you seen it? VoiceCarolinesMedia.com. If you're looking for me and what I'm doing, whether it's the Belmont Abbey Sports Network, ACC Network Extra, Big South Digital Network, ESPN Plus, or, of course, my little bit of time here at the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network, you can find out where I'm going, what I'm doing, and you can even book me for your next big event, all on VoiceCarolinesMedia.com. Don't forget it, folks. VoiceCarolinesMedia.com. VoiceCarolinesMedia.com. Back here inside of Paul Porter Arena, just moments away from the start of action here in the Big South Conference, as it'll be the Upstate Spartans, the road team today, taking on the Gardner-Webb Running Bulldogs. As we take a look at these two clubs, you hear the word Running Bulldogs, and that's exactly what you think. This is a club that loves to get out and run on the floor. This is a club averaging better than 80 points per contest. They have a very good field goal percentage, right at around 49%. They shoot the ball well from distance, 38% as a team. If you're around 40%, that means that you're a very proficient team on the offensive end with this club shooting the basketball from range. You take a look at the starting lineup. This is a club, not a ton of size, but a lot of athleticism, and they want to utilize the 94-by-50 in this matchup against the Upstate Spartans. The Spartans want to maintain things in a little more of a controlled fashion. This is a club that averages right at 70 points a ball game. If Dave Dickerson had his druthers, he would love to get out of here with a 70-69 win, as his club would do the defensive heavy lifting in this matchup in Big South Conference play against the Gardner-Webb Running Bulldogs. Let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineups this evening. First, for the University of South Carolina Upstate, the visiting team, Malik Moore will play a forward position this evening. The senior out of Asheville's Irwin High School comes into the contest a team-leading 6.9 points per ball game. He also leads, as far as rebounding is concerned, 6.5 rebounds to go with that nearly 17 points per contest. Then you take a look at Yuri Spahn. Yuri Spahn will be the point guard this afternoon for the Spartans. Spahn averaging 4 points per ball game. Averages almost 2 rebounds a contest, but it's on the assist side that he does the yeoman's work. As Yuri Spahn averaging about 3.6 assists per contest for the Spartans club. He's going to be the floor general for this crew. Don't be surprised if you'll also see the likes of Dalvin White and Everett Hammond on the floor, helping to sort of offset that pressure that Gardner-Webb is certain to bring about this afternoon. Deion Holmes will be in the guard position, a 6'2 senior out of Chesney, South Carolina, not too far away from either the Hodge Center or Paul Porter Arena, as Holmes comes in averaging 14.3 points per ball game, 4.2 rebounds per contest. He has a 43% field goal percentage on the season. Dave Dickerson will call on this young man to be doing some yeoman's work here against the Bulldogs. Rounding out the lineup for the Spartans, Pat Welch will be a senior out of Pembroke, New Hampshire. Welch is really one of the outside threats for this club. He comes in 42.3% from beyond the arc on the year, averaging 4.2 points a ball game. And then, of course, Nevin Zink, the 6'9 center, the freshman out of Newtown, Connecticut, will round out that lineup. He's going to give more of a physical, defensive-minded presence for the Upstate Spartans club. Certainly has enough feel around the basket to take care of business. He comes in averaging almost 6 points, almost 4 rebounds per contest here for the Spartans. Let's go ahead and flip the script. Take a look at the Gardner-Webb Running Bulldogs starting lineup. Take a look at at Christian Turner. Christian Turner, the 5'10 junior out of Atlanta, Georgia, averaging 4.3 points per ball game, 3.1 assist on the season. Nate Johnson will be the 6'4" redshirt sophomore guard out of Miami, Florida. He a double-figure scorer, 10.2 points per ball game, 3.4 rebounds per contest. Then you've got David Effiane. David Effiane, 16.8 points per ball game. He's the club's leading scorer for the Bulldogs. 3.6 rebounds a contest, 3.2 assists, as he is really becoming a bit of the Swiss Army knife for the club in Tim Kraft's Running Bulldogs. Jose Perez will be in the forward position. Perez coming into the contest, averaging 16.5 a game, so certainly can do a lot of the offensive work for Tim Kraft's club. Averages 5.2 rebounds per contest as well. And then DJ Laster, the very athletic 6'6 senior out of Pensacola, Florida, averaging 13.1 points a ball game, 5.7 rebounds per contest for this Running Bulldogs club. Again, this is an athletic club that should be an up and down affair if Tim Kraft has his way. We come back on the other side of the timeout. We'll have everything that you need to get ready for a 5 o'clock tip, as we're moments away between the Spartans and the Bulldogs, and you'll hear it all here on the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. We'll be right back. Cabinets Unlimited is a proud supporter of the Voice Carolina's broadcast network. A commitment to quality and attention to detail service calling cards for every customer every day at Cabinets Unlimited. Find out for yourself by calling Jeff Gibson at 704-825-9694. That's 704-825-9694. Cabinets Unlimited, a proud supporter of the Voice Carolina's broadcast network. The number again, 704-825-9694. That's Cabinets Unlimited. I want to thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast on the Voice Carolina's broadcast network. The mission is clear. At the Voice Carolina's Media Group, I want to bring you a wide variety of audio broadcasts to North and South Carolina. From high school and college sports to minor league baseball, including coaches, shows, and podcasts, I want to bring entertaining content to the listener and affordable advertising to the sponsors. If you'd like to bring the Voice Carolina's Media Group to your event, or if you want to support my effort, I hope that you'll reach out to me online at voicecarolinasmedia.com. That's voicecarolinasmedia.com. And then, of course, you can always reach out to me by way of email, brianrushingradio@gmail.com. Don't forget to connect with me on social media at VC Media Group on Twitter and at What's Up B-Rush on Instagram. I hope you enjoyed today's broadcast and that you'll tune in often for local sports audio the way you remember it on the Voice Carolina's broadcast network. The email address again, brianrushingradio@gmail.com. Cabinets Unlimited is a proud supporter of the Voice Carolina's broadcast network. A commitment to quality and attention to detail service calling cards for every customer every day at Cabinets Unlimited. Find out for yourself by calling Jeff Gibson at 704-825-9694. That's 704-825-9694. Cabinets Unlimited, a proud supporter of the Voice Carolina's broadcast network. The number again, 704-825-9694. That's Cabinets Unlimited. Hi folks, Brian Rushing here. Wanted to tell you a little bit about Maximum Hoops. If your kid is looking for an opportunity to raise their skill set, learn some great disciplines for the sport of basketball, and have fun, which is ultimately what it's all about to begin with, then let me suggest Maximum Hoops. Paul McMahon does not babysit your kid. That's not what it's about here. This is an opportunity for your child to learn great habits, learn disciplines, understand the game of basketball, create a skill set that is personalized to them, and at the same time have fun. That's right, folks. Maximum learning, maximum fun. That's Maximum Hoops. Give Paul McMahon a call at 704-860-1185. That's 704-860-1185. Again, maximum learning, maximum fun. That's Maximum Hoops. 704-860-1185. Hi, folks. Have you seen it? VoiceCarolinaSmedia.com. If you're looking for me and what I'm doing, whether it's the Belmont Abbey Sports Network, ACC Network Extra, Big South Digital Network, ESPN Plus, or, of course, my little bit of time here at the Voice Carolina's Broadcast Network, you can find out where I'm going, what I'm doing, and you can even book me for your next big event, all on VoiceCarolinaSmedia.com. Don't forget it, folks. VoiceCarolinaSmedia.com. VoiceCarolinaSmedia.com. Back here inside of Paul Porter Arena, just moments away from getting things started. Folks, while I've got an opportunity, just want to let you know there's a couple ways you can reach out with me, interact throughout the course of the broadcast. Would love for you to do so. You can find me on social media this evening. You can find me two ways: on Twitter at VC Media Group. That's at VC Media Group on Twitter. And then, of course, on Instagram, you can find me at What's Up B-Rush. That's What's Up B-Rush. You can find me on Instagram. Would love for you to follow me. Would love for you to send your tweets, your grams, whatever you're doing, send them this way to me. Also, ladies and gentlemen, would love for you to reach out to me by way of email this afternoon and evening. You can find me, BrianRushingRadio at gmail.com. Would love to interact with you throughout the course of the broadcast. BrianRushingRadio at gmail.com. When we come back, tip time in Paul Porter Arena on the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. Hi folks, Brian Rushing here. Wanted to tell you a little bit about Maximum Hoops. If your kid is looking for an opportunity to raise their skill set, learn some great disciplines for the sport of basketball, and have fun, which is ultimately what it's all about to begin with, then let me suggest Maximum Hoops. Paul McMahon does not babysit your kid. That's not what it's about here. This is an opportunity for your child to learn great habits, learn disciplines, understand the game of basketball, create a skill set that is personalized to them, and at the same time have fun. That's right, folks. Maximum learning, maximum fun. That's Maximum Hoops. Give Paul McMahon a call at 704-860-1185. That's 704-860-1185. Again, maximum learning, maximum fun. That's Maximum Hoops. 704-860-1185. Cabinets Unlimited is a proud supporter of the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. A commitment to quality and attention to detail service calling cards for every customer every day at Cabinets Unlimited. Find out for yourself by calling Jeff Gibson at 704-825-9694. That's 704-825-9694. Cabinets Unlimited, a proud supporter of the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. The number again, 704-825-9694. That's Cabinets Unlimited. Hi, folks. Have you seen it? VoiceCarolinaSmedia.com. If you're looking for me and what I'm doing, whether it's the Belmont Abbey Sports Network, ACC Network Extra, Big South Digital Network, ESPN Plus, or, of course, my little bit of time here at the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network, you can find out where I'm going, what I'm doing, and you can even book me for your next big event, all on VoiceCarolinaSmedia.com. Don't forget it, folks. VoiceCarolinaSmedia.com. VoiceCarolinaSmedia.com. College basketball on the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network is a production of the Voice Carolinas Media Group and is brought to you by our sponsors and underwriters. Let's go courtside. It's time for college basketball action on the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. And good evening. Happy New Year. We welcome you to the premier broadcast of college basketball on the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. Brian Rushing here with you. So glad that you could join us for Big South Conference action, as it'll be the University of South Carolina Upstate Spartans as they'll be taking on the Gardner-Webb running Bulldogs. These are two clubs still looking for their first conference win. USC Upstate 0-2 in the early going in the conference. They're 5-12 overall on the year. The running Bulldogs of Gardner-Webb University had an 8-game win streak going on prior to their debut in Big South Conference action this year, where they lost to Campbell University during the midweek. That was a loss to Campbell that came in as it was a 72-61 loss against the Crew from Buies Creek. That game was played on the road at Campbell University. So this is the home opener in the Big South Conference season for the Gardner-Webb running Bulldogs. As the Upstate Spartans here, you're catching this action on YouTube, but it's actually an audio broadcast, so I'll be happy to bring you all of the action here on the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. The Upstate Spartans donning the all-black uniforms this evening. They'll be going from my right to left here in the first half. Gardner-Webb, of course, in the all-whites. They're wearing the white jerseys and the white shorts. They'll be going from left to right in this contest. Dave Davis will be the referee this afternoon. The umpires, Owen Lucky and Jason Page, as we're just about underway from Paul Porter Arena. So glad that you could be here for Big South Conference basketball action. As the tip is underway, it'll go to the Upstate Spartans as Jerry Spahn will have it. So he'll walk it into the front court. Spahn will go to Deion Holmes on the far side. Gets a screen from Malik Moore. Spahn on the left wing. Gets the screen from Nevin Zink. Moore goes back to Spahn. 12 on the shot clock. Near side, Holmes has got to get to work with it. Malik Moore will take it to the top to Welch. Welch, the fifth starter. Spahn goes in, key to line to lane. The reversal gets it to go, and the Upstate Spartans have the quick 2-0 lead. As the Bulldogs will bring it into the front court, Christian Turner working at the top along with Jose Perez. They'll give it off to David Affiani. They look to take a lob play, stop the dribble of Turner. They'll get it back to DJ Laster. 12 on the shot clock. Perez works it far side. Aviani goes to the rim, can't get the shot to fall. The rebound gathered in by Malik Moore. Spahn in the front court. Will set it up over to Welch. Holmes between the circles will float it over, looking for Welch, and Holmes inadvertently tossed it into the third row. The turnover will give it back to the Gardner-Webb Bulldogs. A quick 2-0 lead for the Spartans here. 1 minute and 7 seconds into the contest. Turner. Affiani. Shot taken by Perez from 16, misses. DJ Laster muscles up, gets the rebound, can't get the rebuttal to go, and the Spartans will clear the rebound as that was Deion Holmes collecting. Gives it off to Spahn, who races into the front court. Pat Welch out to Deion Holmes between the rings. They'll go back to Welch. Welch has uber distance from deep. He can shoot that basketball from right where he's standing. Spahn hands it off to Holmes. Man-to-man defense incorporated by the Bulldogs. Malik Moore from deep. He gets the knockdown from NBA range, and the Spartans have the 5-point advantage. Quickly 5-0, 2 minutes into the ballgame. Turner goes hard with the bounce, tries to go past Welch, kicks it outside. The kick out back to Turner. Now Affiani has it tipped away by Spahn. Laster will corral it in. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Laster has it tipped away. It'll go off the body of Laster. Possession to the Upstate Spartans. The Upstate Spartans doing a good job of getting hands in on the deflections, trying to cut off the passing lanes. They get the turnover, and they'll bring it into the front court. Spahn will get a high screen from Zink. Sends it around the horn. Looks across the way to Welch. Welch from the corner. Back irons it no good. Holmes will collect the offensive rebound, and the Upstate Spartans get a reprieve. Spahn over to Welch. Fresh shot clock for the Spartans to work with. Spahn kicks it back outside. Moore again. The high arcing three. Back irons it no good. It's gathered in by DJ Laster. That basketball went almost to the rafters here in Paul Porter Arena. As Turner will bounce it between the circles. Spahn with the rip away, the pilfer, and the points for Spahn as he'll go to the line. Doesn't get the points as DJ Laster came in on a full sprint. I'm sorry, that was not Laster. That was David Affiani. Affiani with the foul will send Spahn to the line. As I thought for sure that Yuri Spahn would have the easy bucket, but Affiani came out of nowhere. Got enough of the body to prompt the call on the baseline as Spahn will go to the line to shoot the free throws. Spahn just 4 of 7 from the line on the year. 57% makes the first one, and that'll bring on our first substitution of the afternoon. So it'll be Ludovic DeFeel to check into the contest for the Running Bulldogs, as the Upstate Spartans have gotten off to a 6-0 lead less than 3 minutes into this ballgame. Second free throw from Spahn, it's true, and it's a 7-0 lead for Upstate. The Upstate Spartans will go with some man-to-man pressure in the full court. Gardner-Webb able to break it with no problem. Affiani tries to go off the bounce with the Euro. The left hand can't get it to go, tipped high, and it'll be in. Jose Perez will be credited with the bucket. Gardner-Webb on the board, 3.5 minutes in, the lead, 7-2. Welch being guarded high by DeFeel. DeFeel out on the leak. Malik Moore will go to the rim hard. He can't convert the shot, but he'll shoot free throws. As the foul is going to be on Christian Turner. For Turner, that'll be his first. It'll be the team's second. And it'll send Malik Moore to the line. We talked about Moore in the pregame. Almost 17 points a ball game, a 68% free throw shooter for the senior out of Asheville, North Carolina. Moore makes the first The lead goes back to 6. Malik Moore, being a resident of Asheville, very, very close to the Paul Porter Arena here. About a 45-minute ride, give or take a few minutes. So the second free throw is up. It's true. And the Spartans have the 9-2 advantage, and they'll incorporate full court pressure off the inbounds. So it'll be Johnson working with Turner. Johnson has it in the front court. Perez now working against the man-to-man Spartans defense. The shot taken from deep is up and good. Nate Johnson with the first field goal for Gardner-Webb. The lead is 9-5. Spahn will set the offense. They'll go to Moore, now to Welch, as they'll run basically a three-man weave at the top beyond the circle. Spahn thought about taking the shot. Now Holmes from deep, back irons that one, no good. And the rebound gathered in by Affiani. Perez goes near side. Nate Johnson goes back to Perez. Perez has a size advantage on Welch. He'll look to bounce in. Spahn will cover, and the long-distance three by David Affiani makes it a 9-8 ball game. A slim one-point advantage for the Spartans as we're 4.5 minutes into the contest. We will have a media timeout on the other side. Welch to Spahn, near side. Gets a screen from Nevin Zink. Holmes tried to work around Affiani, now goes baseline, kicks it over. They'll rotate it back to Welch. Now the extra pass to Spahn from deep. Misses everything. We'll see if there's a deflection. There's not going to be a deflection. The air ball takes us to a media timeout. 15:07 remaining in the first half. The Spartans lead 9-8. This is Big South Conference basketball on the Voice Carolina's broadcast network. Hi folks, Brian Rushing here. Wanted to tell you a little bit about Maximum Hoops. If your kid is looking for an opportunity to raise their skill set, learn some great disciplines for the sport of basketball, and have fun, which is ultimately what it's all about to begin with, then let me suggest Maximum Hoops. Paul McMahon does not babysit your kid. That's not what it's about here. This is an opportunity for your child to learn great habits, learn disciplines, understand the game of basketball, create a skill set that is personalized to them, and at the same time have fun. That's right, folks. Maximum learning, maximum fun. That's Maximum Hoops. Give Paul McMahon a call at 704-860-1185. That's 704-860-1185. Again, maximum learning, maximum fun. That's Maximum Hoops. 704-860-1185. Back here inside Paul Porter Arena, a 9-8 lead for the Upstate Spartans. Neither club really going extraordinarily well from the field. The Upstate Spartans 2 of 6 from the field, 1 of 3 from beyond the arc, but they are 4 of 4 from the free throw line, and certainly that's going to be one of the things that Dave Dickerson wants to make sure that this club is doing in good numbers. If they're able to attack the rim, and they're not undersized against this Gardner-Webb club. We talked about it. The tallest player that is on the floor typically for Gardner-Webb out of the starting 5 is DJ Laster. He's 6'6". This is a club that, though they may be challenged in the front line with some size, they've got uber athleticism. And that's something that Dave Dickerson's club is going to try to take advantage of by going to the rack with the basketball. Gardner-Webb, 3 of 7 from the field, 2 of 2 from beyond the arc as Affiani and Johnson both have knockdowns here in the early going. As we're back to play, the Bulldogs will have the possession coming out of the timeout. The Spartans got no satisfaction off the appeal, trying to see if they could get a deflection off the shot by Spahn. Inside to Field, gets the lay-in, and the Gardner-Webb Bulldogs have the 10-9 lead, their first of the afternoon. As the Spartans jumped out to a 7-0 lead, and since then it's been a 10-2 run for the Bulldogs. Spahn has that pass deflected away. It's Johnson who gets the pick. Gets it over. The ball intended for Eric Jamison, stolen away by Welch. And the Spartans avoid the trouble, and they'll try to set the offense. Down a point, 10-9. Welch being guarded by Johnson. They'll go to Spahn in the paint. The lob pass to Zink has it stolen away by Dufiel of Gardner-Webb. That lob pass, looking for Jamison again, is deflected away by Holmes, and the Spartans with another good defensive stop in transition, will get it back and bring it into the front court with 14 minutes remaining in the half. Spahn off the bounce, brings it back up to the top, over to Welch. Welch thought about it, trying to shoot over Johnson, thought better of it, sets the offense. Now to Zink, the lob pass, Zink underneath. They'll call the block, but the foul on the near side will send Nevin Zink to the line with free throws. The foul will be on Ladovic Dufiel. That'll be his first. It'll be the team's third foul. And it'll send Zink to the line. Nevin Zink, the freshman out of Newtown, Connecticut, will get the two tosses. The first one for Zink is true. We're tied at 10 apiece. Checking into the game, it's DJ Laster back in for the Bulldogs. Checking in for the Upstate Spartans will be Dalvin White, also Josh Aldrich, both freshmen. Aldrich, the freshman out of Wilmington, North Carolina. Dalvin White, the freshman out of Norcross, Georgia. Nevin Zink, a 70% free throw shooter from the line, will have the second attempt. It's true, and the Spartans go back on top by an 11-10 number. The Spartans will relent with the full court pressure, and they'll bring it, the Gardner-Webb Bulldogs into the front court. Kicked back outside to Perez. Perez will have to hand it off to Efiani. Laster thought about it, and they're going to call a foul before Laster can actually follow through with the shot. The foul is going to be on White. Dalvin White, that'll be his first. It'll be the team's first, and the shot clock will reset to 20 as Brandon Martin comes in, the freshman out of Miami, Florida. For those of you that don't know, Brandon Martin, the son of South Carolina Gamecocks head coach Frank Martin. It's the ball inbounded to Efiani. Efiani from the baseline misses long, and Moore boards it for the Spartans. White bounces, hands it off to Holmes between the circles. So it's Aldrich, and Aldrich, not anticipating the ball heading his way, started running a sprint toward the basket. The turnover gives it back to the Bulldogs. So it'll be White in the backcourt along with Moore, Holmes, Aldrich, and Martin. Jaheim Cornwell, the sophomore out of Brooklyn, New York, will be on the floor for the Gardner-Webb Bulldogs. Cornwell back to Perez. Perez from deep, and he knocks down the triple. 13-11 the lead as Perez in the ball game has 5 points. Holmes penetrates in deep, and they're going to go the other way with it as Holmes might have taken it a half step too far as Cornwell stepped in out of the restricted area, drew the charge out of Deion Holmes. The basketball will go back to Gardner-Webb as Everett Hammond will check in, the freshman out of Silver Spring, Maryland. Hammond got some early starts with Deion Holmes out of the lineup to begin the year. He comes in averaging 6.3 points per contest. Efiani looks inside for Laster. Laster mishandles as he took his eye off the basketball for a split second, and the ball goes back to the Spartans. We talked about it in the pregame show. This is a Gardner-Webb club that already has 2 ACC wins on the road, beating Wake Forest and Georgia Tech. The win against Georgia Tech was a 79-69 win down in Atlanta. They beat Wake Forest at Lawrence Joel Veterans Memorial Coliseum by 4. So Aldrich down on the baseline, has it tipped away, and it's going to go off the hand of Everett Hammond, out of bounds, possession to the Gardner-Webb Bulldogs. It's end of the game. Eric Jamison, the redshirt junior out of East Point, Georgia, he was the one that made the deflection, forcing the turnover for the running Bulldogs. 12:03 remaining in the first half. The Bulldogs with the 13-11 lead. Perez trying to work on Moore. Aldrich will come in, tried to rip it away on the double team, but they'll call the foul on Aldrich. That'll be his first, and that'll take us to our under 12 media timeout. 13-11 lead for Gardner-Webb. We'll be back in just a bit on the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. Cabinets Unlimited is a proud supporter of the Voice Carolina's broadcast network. A commitment to quality and attention to detail service calling cards for every customer every day at Cabinets Unlimited. Find out for yourself by calling Jeff Gibson at 704-825-9694. That's 704-825-9694. Cabinets Unlimited, a proud supporter of the Voice Carolina's broadcast network. The number again, 704-825-9694. That's Cabinets Unlimited. Hi, folks. Have you seen it? VoiceCarolinaSmedia.com. If you're looking for me and what I'm doing, whether it's the Belmont Abbey Sports Network, ACC Network Extra, Big South Digital Network, ESPN Plus, or, of course, my little bit of time here at the Voice Carolina's Broadcast Network, you can find out where I'm going, what I'm doing, and you can even book me for your next big event, all on VoiceCarolinaSmedia.com. Don't forget it, folks. VoiceCarolinaSmedia.com. VoiceCarolinaSmedia.com. Back here inside Paul Porter Arena, a 13-11 lead for the Gardner-Webb Bulldogs. The Upstate Spartans started with a 7-0 run to begin the ball game. Since then, Gardner-Webb has settled in, sort of weathered the storm, if you will. Gardner-Webb already with 5 turnovers in the ball game. That's already becoming a key in this ball game, as the USC Upstate Spartans have 6 turnovers already in the contest versus 5 for Gardner-Webb. Though there hasn't really been anything in way of open floor turnovers that have resulted in points. Neither club with fast break points so far in the contest, as it'll be a baseline throw-in for Gardner-Webb coming out of the timeout, as Cornwall will be triggering in for the Bulldogs. 11:55 remaining in the first half. So glad that you could join us on this premier broadcast of college basketball on the Voice Carolina's Broadcast Network. Underneath, Jamison kicks it back outside. Leaning in off the window, gets it to go is Jaheim Cornwell. Cornwall, the sophomore out of Brooklyn, New York, gets the bucket, and the lead stretches to 4, their largest of the night for the running Bulldogs. Malik Moore with the bounce out to Bryson Mozone, who just checked into the ballgame. Everett Hammond works at the top. Mozone looking for more. Still plenty of time to shoot. 10 seconds on the clock. They'll kick it to the corner. Mozone now to White. Dalvin White misses short. Laster boards it for the Bulldogs. Cornwall quickly into the front court. They'll look inside to Perez. Perez working against Malik Moore. Perez, a couple of moves now, goes with the left-hand shot. Laster will get the offensive rebound and is fouled underneath the glass. He'll go to the line to shoot the free throws. The foul on Bryson Mozone. So the freshman out of North Augusta, South Carolina, will have his first infraction, and that'll send DJ Laster to the line. Laster, the club's 3rd leading scorer. They've got 4 in double figures. He comes in averaging 58% from the free throw line, 18 of 31 on the year. The first is true. The lead stretches to 5 at 16-11. Laster's second toss is true. The lead 17-11 in favor of the Bulldogs. So it'll be Perez on the floor with Jamison, Cornwall, Laster, and Nate Johnson. Everett Hammond between the circles. Lost the handle briefly. Now goes to Bryson Mozone. Might have been a traveling violation there, but they don't make the call. Hammond has that shot partially deflected. It'll stay with the Spartans. And now Dave Dickerson's going to bring in 4/5 of his starting lineup. Malik Moore also in the game, so the initial starting 5 back into the fray for the Spartans. As Dave Dickerson's trying to nurse these freshmen and getting some critical minutes and creating some depth for this club. As the rotations right now somewhat tight, as Jose Perez will be called for the foul on the inbounds as he bumped Malik Moore, trying to sky up to get the basketball. So it'll be Pat Welch to trigger inbounds. On the near side, the Spartans going from right to left here in this first half. Spahn will get the screen from Zink. The Bulldogs doubled out of that switch. And now Welch has it between the circles. Out to Spahn. 8 seconds to shoot. Spahn notices the shot clock. Now Moore's going to take matters into his own hands. Off the window, no good. Laster with the basketball in transition. Looks ahead to Jamison. Jamison loses the handle. It goes to Johnson. Johnson triggers and fires. 20-11 the score. Dave Dickerson wants a timeout. It'll be a 30-second call, which will keep us right here. This will be the first of two basketball games between these clubs that we'll have on the Voice Carolina's broadcast network. The next time that we're here with you will actually be on the 22nd of January. That'll be a Tuesday evening. We'll be in here for a 6 o'clock tip on the women's side between the Upstate Spartans as they'll take on the running Bulldogs from Gardner-Webb. The women played prior to this matchup. It was a Saturday doubleheader inside Paul Porter Arena. The women lost to a club that I got to see last weekend, bringing you Big South Conference digital network action on ESPN Plus down in Spartanburg, as the High Point Panthers defeated Gardner-Webb by 17 here in Boiling Springs, North Carolina. That High Point club was the second-place club in the conference, according to the preseason pundits. They put together another solid effort offensively against the Bulldogs. Welch getting doubled. He's going to try to flip it high to Spahn. Still 13 on the shot clock, so we're halfway through. Spahn goes baseline, gets it outside to Welch. Welch pulls up at the top, gets it to go. Pat Welch, that's his forte. He gets the knockdown from the top of the key, trims the lead to 6 at 20-14. Turner goes to Johnson. Now they'll bounce it inside to Laster against Zink. Far side in the window. Laster can't get it to go. Malik Moore with the rebound. Moore leads this club in rebounding. He's skies high to get that board, and the Spartans will go on offense. Welch had it stripped away for just a brief second, recovered by the Spartans. Holmes out to the corner. Welch thought about it. 13 on the shot clock. Now Moore from the top. He misses that shot. Zink with the putback. He'll get it to go, and the lead trims to 4 at 20-16. A good job by Nevin Zink as he was able to box out Laster and able to put it up quickly. It's Turner gets doubled down on the baseline. Now they'll go to Johnson. Johnson loses the handle. The Spartans will now go on the run. Malik Moore lost the handle briefly, and it's out of bounds. Possession to the Gardner-Webb running Bulldogs. As that was an unforced error by the Spartans. Malik Moore tried to go up and went up without the basketball. Moore will depart as Bryson Mozone checks back into the contest with 8:48 in the first half. A 20-16 lead in favor of the Bulldogs. Since that 7-0 spurt that the Spartans started with, it's been a 20-9 interval here for the Bulldogs. At the top, Justin Jenkins into the ball game. Now to Perez. Perez with the pump fake, gets Mozone out of the way, misses short. Deion Holmes grabs the rebound for the Spartans. Yuri Spahn into the front court. Mozone now with the bounce, will kick it back to Spahn. And the Spartans will reset the offense. Mozone will work the near side with Holmes. Still 13 on the shot clock. Spahn looking for Zink, can't find him. They'll have to go to Holmes. Holmes will trigger from deep, and he gets it to go. And just like that, it's a one-point ball game as the Spartans have now cut the lead to 1 at 20-19. An 8-0 spurt for the Spartans. Perez will hand it off to Johnson. Johnson will have it deflected away, and Mozone, a little over-anxious to cut the basketball off, makes contact with Johnson. And with 7:40 remaining in the first half, that'll take us to our under 8 media timeout. The Spartans on that 8-0 run, trail by 1 here on the Voice Carolina's broadcast network. We'll be right back. I want to thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast on the Voice Carolina's broadcast network. The mission is clear. At the Voice Carolina's Media Group, I want to bring you a wide variety of audio broadcasts to North and South Carolina. From high school and college sports to minor league baseball, including coaches, shows, and podcasts, I want to bring entertaining content to the listener and affordable advertising to the sponsors. If you'd like to bring the Voice Carolina's Media Group to your event, or if you want to support my effort, I hope that you'll reach out to me online at voicecarolinasmedia.com. That's voicecarolinasmedia.com. And then, of course, you can always reach out to me by way of email, brianrushingradio@gmail.com. Don't forget to connect with me on social media at VC Media Group on Twitter and at What's Up B-Rush on Instagram. I hope you enjoyed today's broadcast and that you'll tune in often for local sports audio the way you remember it on the Voice Carolina's Broadcast Network. The email address again, brianrushingradio@gmail.com. Back here inside Paul Porter Arena, the Spartans with an 8-0 run have cut the lead to 1 point at 20-19. Folks, don't forget at halftime, we'll take a look at some of the numbers. We'll give you some context as to what's taking place. And then if I've got any time at all left, I'm going to try to see if I can get you folks to interact with me here through social media or through email. A couple ways you can find me on social media. You can find me on Twitter at VC Media Group. Twitter, VC Media Group. At VC Media Group. Love for you to follow me. Send your tweets. Love for you to interact with me throughout the broadcast. Then, of course, on Instagram, you can find me there at What's Up B-Rush. Just like it's spelled. What's Up B-Rush is where you can find me. And then, of course, email brianrushingradio@gmail.com. That's brianrushingradio@gmail.com. As we begin play here, 7:40 remaining in the first half. Christian Turner will have it up to Johnson. Johnson now to Jenkins. Jenkins leans in, and they're going to call an offensive foul. Nevin Zink did a very good job on help defense outside of the restricted area, as Jenkins will be called for the personal foul. And now the Upstate Spartans will have an opportunity after this turnover to convert here and retake the lead in Paul Porter Arena. One of the really, really nice places in Western North Carolina to come and watch college basketball action. Not only that, it's the closest Division I school from my house. I made the trip here, got here in about 40 minutes. It was really, really nice driving through Cleveland County to get here. Deion Holmes with the bounce, goes inside to Zink. Zink on the baseline, trying to work around, gets around Dufil and goes with the reverse off the window, and the Spartans have the 1 point advantage. A 10-0 run for Upstate. Turner out to Perez. Perez with the bounce, and they'll call the foul on Yuri Spahn. As Cornwall will check into the game for Gardner-Webb. Also, David Efeani will check into the game as well. Also checking in will be Eric Jamison for the Gardner-Webb Running Bulldogs. Tomorrow on Facebook Live, as part of Spartan Vision, you'll be able to catch Inside the Hodge, a weekly coaches show. This time we'll have Dave Dickerson. I'll be hosting that show tomorrow. We'll have an opportunity to talk about the early start here in conference play as Cornwall dribble driving to the basket gets tied up. The possession arrow will be in favor of the Bulldogs as Dalvin White will check in for Yuri Spahn. There'll be 7 seconds left, or I should say 20 now. Now they're going to reset that. So there should be 7 seconds on the shot clock. So it'll be a baseline throw-in for Gardner-Webb. But you can catch that on Facebook Live Inside the Hodge. You can check USC Upstate Spartans Athletics on Facebook. You can catch that show. That should be on about 6 o'clock tomorrow evening. As Cornwall leans in off the window at the buzzer, gets it to go. He beats the shot clock, and the Bulldogs have a 22-21 lead. It's White at midcourt. Gets it over to Holmes on the far side. The Spartans going from right to left. The Bulldogs from left to right in this first half. Welch will be our player interview tomorrow. At least that's what I'm told. So we'll get an opportunity to talk to him about his long-range shooting. So that's going to be an offensive foul on Deion Holmes. Deion Holmes went with the left-hand dribble toward the free throw line. Holmes used the right hand to fend off the Gardner-Webb defender. And because of that, the offensive foul whistled. Everett Hammond will come in for Holmes as Holmes now has 2. Dave Dickerson can ill afford to lose his senior out of Chesney, South Carolina. Gardner-Webb will bring it into the front court as Jamison will hand it off to Efeani. Jenkins, now they'll run a 3-man weave with Dufil offering a screen at the top. Jenkins inside, Dufil has it ripped away briefly. Hammond deflects it again, and it'll stay with the Bulldogs. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Can also tell you that not only with my exploits on the Voice Carolinas broadcast network, as Tim Kraft is going to call a timeout, not only do I spend time on the Voice Carolinas broadcast network, of course, I spend most of my time as the voice of the Belmont Abbey Crusaders. That's where I spend most of my time in broadcast. On Tuesday, we'll be down inside the Hodge Center as the Upstate Spartans will be taking on UNC Asheville. As that matchup will be on the women's side. So it'll be the Spartans taking on UNC Asheville. That'll be a 6 o'clock tip on the women's side, a single game, as the men will make their way toward the Triad area to take on High Point on Wednesday night. That matchup will be on ESPN Plus, so I'll be covering that game with Brock Bowling as part of the Big South Digital Network. Back here inside Paul Porter, 5:40 remaining in the first half, a 22-21 lead for Gardner-Webb. As that'll be a sideline throw in over on the far side. So that's deflected away by Welch. So it'll be Effiani to trigger in that far corner. They're about 7-8 feet from the baseline on that far corner. So go to Jamison. They've got to move quick. 8 on the shot clock. Effiani from the elbow gets it to go as he rose up over Pat Welch and was able to knock down the pull-up jumper to make the lead 24-21 in favor of the Bulldogs. That ball stolen away by Effiani. They'll reset the shot clock as Effiani was actually inbounds when he stole it, was leaning out of bounds, threw it into the backcourt. White off the back iron, no good, boarded by Jamison of Gardner-Webb. Jamison, key to line to lane, kicks it outside to Johnson. They'll reset the offense. Man-to-man defense by the black-clad Spartans. Effiani kicks it back out to Johnson on the wing. The problem is that Johnson had made his way up to the free throw line extended. The turnover gives it back to Upstate. Dalvin White on the floor with Josh Aldrich, Pat Welch, Nevin Zink. On the corner, Everett Hammond. This is a critical period for Dave Dickerson's club. He's got some reserves out there, and he needs his club to really do some work. And speaking of work, Nevin Zink working hard, posting up on DeFeel, uses the left hand off the window, and the lead is cut to 1 at 24-23. An excellent job by Nevin Zink, as I think this guy will prove to be one of the better front court players in Spartanburg for years to come. Ripped away by Everett Hammond. The Spartans go in transition. Hammond with the Euro step, trying to kick it outside to Welch. It's stolen away by the Bulldogs. That'll be Cornwall that ripped it away. Cornwall gets it back, and now over to Johnson from NBA range as he shot that one from downtown Shelby by the Walmart and the Chick-fil-A. He gets that bucket to go. The lead stretches to 4 at 27-23. White between the circles, goes to Hammond. Hammond looking for Zink, but being fronted by DeFeel. DeFeel brings good size, being 6'8", as the shot by Hammond misses back iron, no good. Jamison with athletic length goes high to get the rebound for the Bulldogs. Effiani is going to get called for the travel. And with 3:34 remaining in the first half, we go to our under 4 media timeout. The Bulldogs with a 27-23 lead. Big South Conference action on the Voice Carolinas broadcast network. We'll be right back. Hi, folks. Brian Rushing here. Wanted to tell you a little bit about Maximum Hoops. If your kid is looking for an opportunity to raise their skill set, learn some great disciplines for the sport of basketball, and have fun, which is ultimately what it's all about to begin with, then let me suggest Maximum Hoops. Paul McMahon does not babysit your kid. That's not what it's about here. This is an opportunity for your child to learn great habits, learn disciplines, understand the game of basketball, create a skill set that is personalized to them, and at the same time have fun. That's right, folks. Maximum learning, maximum fun. That's Maximum Hoops. Give Paul McMahon a call at 704-860-1185. That's 704-860-1185. Again, maximum learning, maximum fun. That's Maximum Hoops. 704-860-1185. Back here from Boiling Springs, North Carolina, the Gardner-Webb Bulldogs with a 27-23 lead here with 3:34 remaining in the first half. During the timeout, there was a trivia question that was asked over the public address system. And the question was, who was the last Gardner-Webb player to play in an NBA All-Star game? Now, of course, USC Upstate has a current NBA player, and Torrey Craig putting up very solid numbers for the Western Conference leading Denver Nuggets. However, in the NBA, Gardner-Webb has had a number of NBA players. They're up on the rafters right now. You've got the likes of Artis Gilmore, George Adams, John Drew, Eddie Wilkins. As my recollection serves, Eddie Wilkins at one time played for the Cleveland Cavaliers, John Drew for the Atlanta Hawks, Artis Gilmore for the San Antonio Spurs. My memory does not serve me with George Adams. I can't remember where he played professionally. I believe the answer to the trivia question was Artis Gilmore being the last NBA All-Star to play from Gardner-Webb. A rich history of college basketball here in Cleveland County. As Malik Moore went outside to Dalvin White, a 3-second violation is called on Nevin Zink, and that'll turn it over back to the Bulldogs. As that's the 10th turnover for the Upstate Spartans, and that's something that Dave Dickerson is most certainly going to address in the first half. Tim Kraft has his own problems, his club with 10 turnovers as well. Laster working in against Zink, leans in, left hand, gets it to go. That's very good patience by Laster. He felt the double team coming from the middle, went back with his left hand to the sideline side, and was able to get the bucket to go. The lead, 29-23. Welch on the floor with Malik Moore, Dalvin White, Josh Aldrich, and Nevin Zink. White gets it down to Zink, guarded by Lester. A good baseline spin, and they're going to call a traveling violation on Nevin Zink. Zink worked against the body of DJ Laster, and I guess a freshman in the Big South Conference just simply not going to get that call as the travel gives it back to the Spartans. Cornwall from deep, misses back iron. White will board it for the Spartans. They'll look in transition. Pat Welch thought about it, but sets up the offense. Moore gets hit, and they're going to wave it off and go the other way. Wow, that's an intriguing call. Malik Moore went airborne, and on the follow-through was hit. Now the official is intimating that he made himself wide trying to absorb the contact, and because of that simulation, they call the foul on Malik Moore, and we'll have a stop as the officials are going to have a conversation as to whether the basket should count. Moore never established a position on the floor, so it wasn't a common foul. It was actually an offensive foul, which I think would negate the bucket, if I'm understanding the interpretation of the rule. So the basket is waved off, the foul on Moore. And now Moore, I believe, has 3 fouls in the contest. For correction, that's his first. I was thinking Deion Holmes, and it's not. It's Moore with his first foul. So no harm there as Moore will be back into the contest. 1:52 remaining in the first half. Aldrich between the circles, now to Uri Spahn. Spahn with the dribble drive, goes baseline, nowhere to go. Will kick it back out to Moore. Now Moore from the top, front irons that one no good. It's rebounded by Afeane. 6-point advantage. Laster down on the baseline. Spahn looks to dig. Laster again, a change of hand on the way to the bucket. And DJ Laster has put together another solid move. He's got 4 points in the ball game. It's an 8-point advantage for the Bulldogs. And the Spartans can ill afford to go to the locker room down by double digits. They've had spurts in ball games to where they've given up considerable leads and have had to claw back and not quite had what it takes to get over the top. They really need to try to get this thing back to within 5 if at all possible. Holmes misses off the window. Perez will rebound for the Bulldogs, and it's stolen away as Malik Moore got a hand on the basketball. And here come the Spartans. Over to Holmes. Holmes from the wing. Front irons that one no good. Spahn gets tied up with Laster. Spahn to the floor. Laster gets it back, and the running Bulldogs are off and running. Johnson leans in off the window, no good, and it's tipped away. Possession to the Spartans. 36.2 seconds remaining in the first half. So the Spartans really in no hurry. A 2-for-1 is not going to be reasonable at this point. They'll have to try to work under the confines of their traditional offense. Holmes on the far side. Spahn on the wing. Draws the double. Now goes to Aldridge. In the corner, Holmes for three. Gets it to go. That stops the brief run for Gardner-Webb. 31-26 the score. And if the Spartans can get a stop, they'll go to the intermission down by 5. Cornwall kicks it back out to Perez. Perez from 25 feet gets it to go at the horn. As we'll go to the intermission, a 34-26 lead for Gardner-Webb. 20 minutes in from Paul Porter Arena. When we come back, we'll have the halftime show on the Voice Carolina's broadcast network. We'll be right back. I want to thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast on the Voice Carolina's broadcast network. The mission is clear. At the Voice Carolina's Media Group, I want to bring you a wide variety of audio broadcasts to North and South Carolina. From high school and college sports to minor league baseball, including coaches, shows, and podcasts, I want to bring entertaining content to the listener and affordable advertising to the sponsors. If you'd like to bring the Voice Carolina's Media Group to your event, or if you want to support my effort, I hope that you'll reach out to me online at voicecarolinasmedia.com. That's voicecarolinasmedia.com. And then, of course, you can always reach out to me by way of email, brianrushingradio@gmail.com. Don't forget to connect with me on social media at VC Media Group on Twitter and at What's Up B-Rush on Instagram. I hope you enjoyed today's broadcast and that you'll tune in often for local sports audio the way you remember it on the Voice Carolina's broadcast network. The email address again, brianrushingradio@gmail.com. Cabinets Unlimited is a proud supporter of the Voice Carolina's broadcast network. A commitment to quality and attention to detail service calling cards for every customer every day at Cabinets Unlimited. Find out for yourself by calling Jeff Gibson at 704-825-9694. That's 704-825-9694. Cabinets Unlimited, a proud supporter of the Voice Carolina's broadcast network. The number again, 704-825-9694. That's Cabinets Unlimited. Hi folks, Brian Rushing here. Wanted to tell you a little bit about Maximum Hoops. If your kid is looking for an opportunity to raise their skill set, learn some great disciplines for the sport of basketball, and have fun, which is ultimately what it's all about to begin with, then let me suggest Maximum Hoops. Paul McMahon does not babysit your kid. That's not what it's about here. This is an opportunity for your child to learn great habits, learn disciplines, understand the game of basketball, create a skill set that is personalized to them, and at the same time have fun. That's right, folks. Maximum learning, maximum fun. That's Maximum Hoops. Give Paul McMahon a call at 704-860-1185. That's 704-860-1185. Again, maximum learning, maximum fun. That's Maximum Hoops. 704-860-1185. Hi, folks. Have you seen it? VoiceCarolinaSmedia.com. If you're looking for me and what I'm doing, whether it's the Belmont Abbey Sports Network, ACC Network Extra, Big South Digital Network, ESPN Plus, or, of course, my little bit of time here at the Voice Carolina's Broadcast Network, you can find out where I'm going, what I'm doing, and you can even book me for your next big event, all on VoiceCarolinaSmedia.com. Don't forget it, folks. VoiceCarolinaSmedia.com. VoiceCarolinaSmedia.com. Halftime from Paul Porter Arena. So glad that you could be with us on the Voice Carolina's Broadcast Network. Brian Rushing here with you, our premier college basketball broadcast on the Voice Carolina's Broadcast Network, coming to you live from Boiling Springs, North Carolina. Big South Conference action. It's the Gardner-Webb running Bulldogs taking on USC Upstate. The Spartans got off to a very fast 7-0 lead. Tim Kraft's club was able to weather that initial storm. They have an 8-point advantage here inside of Paul Porter Arena. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the numbers in this first half. You take a look at what Gardner-Webb has done. After that 7-0 run for the Spartans, they did a very good job, this Gardner-Webb club. They are 13 of 24 from the field, right at 54%. They're shooting lights out from distance. They're 6 of 7 from beyond the arc, and it's made all the difference in the world. Their 6 triples countered with Upstate's 4. The 2 triples there differentiating 6 points. 6 of those 8 points making up the difference for the most part. The Spartans have not had the same successes. This is a club that's got to shoot a better percentage from beyond the arc. They're sitting right at 31% in the first half as they're 4 of 13 from distance. 8 of 21 from the field overall are the Spartans. You take a look at what's happened on the rebounding side. This is a Gardner-Webb club that's really athletic, and they have a slight edge on the rebounding side. 13 rebounds to 11. We talked about turnovers. Turnovers have been a bugaboo for both clubs this afternoon, as the Upstate Spartans have 12 turnovers in the first half. Gardner-Webb with 11. Both clubs will look to try to fine-tune that going into the second half. Individually, for USC Upstate, good balance as far as scoring is concerned. Malik Moore with 5, Nevin Zink with 6, Uri Spahn with 4, Deion Holmes with 6, Pat Welch with 3, Josh Aldridge with 2 points as well. Better balance for Gardner-Webb as their leaders are in fact leading in this contest. They've got 4 double-figure scores on the season. They're all turning over really good halves for Gardner-Webb. DJ Laster with 6.6 rebounds. Jose Perez with 8 points in the contest. Nate Johnson with 9 points, all on threes. He's 3 of 3 from beyond the arc. David Efianik has 5 points in the contest. Jaheim Cornwall off the bench has 4 points. And Ludovic Dufil has 2 points off the bench for the Gardner-Webb Bulldogs. A 34-26 advantage for the Bulldogs as Gardner-Webb has 12 points to 8 off of turnovers. They also have doubled up the Spartans in second chance points. And then, of course, the points in the paint. As they've done well from beyond the arc, they own the run of play in the paint. They have the 8-point advantage over the Upstate Spartans. We come back on the other side of this halftime timeout. We'll try to take a look at what's going on through social media and what's going on through email. Always an opportunity for you to reach out during the Voice Carolina's Broadcast Network broadcast of games. You can find me on Twitter at VC Media Group. You can find me on Instagram at What's Up B-Rush. And then, of course, you can find me email BrianRushingRadio@gmail.com. Would love to hear from you. We come back. We'll talk about that a little bit. We come back. Big South Conference basketball on the Voice Carolina's Broadcast Network. We'll be back in just a moment. Cabinets Unlimited is a proud supporter of the Voice Carolina's Broadcast Network. A commitment to quality and attention to detail service calling cards for every customer every day at Cabinets Unlimited. Find out for yourself by calling Jeff Gibson at 704-825-9694. That's 704-825-9694. Cabinets Unlimited, a proud supporter of the Voice Carolina's Broadcast Network. The number again, 704-825-9694. That's Cabinets Unlimited. I want to thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast on the Voice Carolina's Broadcast Network. The mission is clear. At the Voice Carolina's Media Group, I want to bring you a wide variety of audio broadcasts to North and South Carolina. From high school and college sports to minor league baseball, including coaches, shows, and podcasts, I want to bring entertaining content to the listener and affordable advertising to the sponsors. If you'd like to bring the Voice Carolina's Media Group to your event, or if you want to support my effort, I hope that you'll reach out to me online at voicecarolinasmedia.com. That's voicecarolinasmedia.com. And then, of course, you can always reach out to me by way of email, brianrushingradio@gmail.com. Don't forget to connect with me on social media at VC Media Group on Twitter and at What's Up B-Rush on Instagram. I hope you enjoyed today's broadcast and that you'll tune in often for local sports audio the way you remember it on the Voice Carolina's Broadcast Network. The email address again, brianrushing.radio@gmail.com. Cabinets Unlimited is a proud supporter of the Voice Carolina's Broadcast Network. A commitment to quality and attention to detail service calling cards for every customer every day at Cabinets Unlimited. Find out for yourself by calling Jeff Gibson at 704-825-9694. That's 704-825-9694. Cabinets Unlimited, a proud supporter of the Voice Carolina's Broadcast Network. The number again, 704-825-9694. That's Cabinets Unlimited. Hi folks, Brian Rushing here. Wanted to tell you a little bit about Maximum Hoops. If your kid is looking for an opportunity to raise their skill set, learn some great disciplines for the sport of basketball, and have fun, which is ultimately what it's all about to begin with, then let me suggest Maximum Hoops. Paul McMahon does not babysit your kid. That's not what it's about here. This is an opportunity for your child to learn great habits, learn disciplines, understand the game of basketball, create a skill set that is personalized to them, and at the same time have fun. That's right, folks. Maximum learning, maximum fun. That's Maximum Hoops. Give Paul McMahon a call at 704-860-1185. That's 704-860-1185. Again, maximum learning, maximum fun. That's Maximum Hoops. 704-860-1185. Hi, folks. Have you seen it? VoiceCarolinaSmedia.com. If you're looking for me and what I'm doing, whether it's the Belmont Abbey Sports Network, ACC Network Extra, Big South Digital Network, ESPN Plus, or, of course, my little bit of time here at the Voice Carolina's Broadcast Network, you can find out where I'm going, what I'm doing, and you can even book me for your next big event, all on VoiceCarolinaSmedia.com. Don't forget it, folks. VoiceCarolinaSmedia.com. VoiceCarolinaSmedia.com. Back here from Gardner-Webb University, Paul Porter Arena is where we are this evening. The Gardner-Webb running Bulldogs with a 34-26 advantage over the Upstate Spartans here at halftime. As I promised you, we'd talk about emails. We would talk about social media interaction. Of course, with this being the initial broadcast, can't imagine that we would get too many people bold enough to check out things, but we will go ahead and give a shout out to Deborah Walker checking out the action this evening on YouTube. It's kind of interesting. Most people don't think YouTube for audio broadcasts, but why not? The technology's there. We were able to pull it off, so here we are. Hopefully, this is going to be the first of many broadcasts that we'll have that really will cover everything from high school, even middle school sports, all the way up to minor league baseball coming up the rest of the way. Certainly, as I have time and opportunity, this is what we want to grow. We want to bring more broadcast, more things to Western North Carolina and the upstate of South Carolina. We're this close, we might as well bring the action to you. Certainly, if you would like to find out more about how the Voice Carolina's Broadcast Network can come your way, all you got to do is send me an email, brianrushingradio@gmail.com. When we come back on the other side of this timeout, we'll have second half action between the Spartans and the Bulldogs on the Voice Carolina's Broadcast Network. Hi, folks. Brian Rushing here. Wanted to tell you a little bit about Maximum Hoops. I want to thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast on the Voice Carolina's Broadcast Network. The mission is clear. At the Voice Carolina's Media Group, I want to bring you a wide variety of audio broadcasts to North and South Carolina. From high school and college sports to minor league baseball, including coaches, shows, and podcasts, I want to bring entertaining content to the listener and affordable advertising to the sponsors. If you'd like to bring the Voice Carolina's Media Group to your event, or if you want to support my effort, I hope that you'll reach out to me online at voicecarolinasmedia.com. That's voicecarolinasmedia.com. And then, of course, you can always reach out to me by way of email, brianrushingradio@gmail.com. Don't forget to connect with me on social media at VC Media Group on Twitter and at What's Up B-Rush on Instagram. I hope you enjoyed today's broadcast and that you'll tune in often for local sports audio the way you remember it on the Voice Carolina's Broadcast Network. The email address again, brianrushingradio@gmail.com. Cabinets Unlimited is a proud supporter of the Voice Carolina's broadcast network. A commitment to quality and attention to detail service calling cards for every customer every day at Cabinets Unlimited. Find out for yourself by calling Jeff Gibson at 704-825-9694. That's 704-825-9694. Cabinets Unlimited, a proud supporter of the Voice Carolina's broadcast network. The number again, 704-825-9694. That's Cabinets Unlimited. Hi folks, Brian Rushing here. Wanted to tell you a little bit about Maximum Hoops. If your kid is looking for an opportunity to raise their skill set, learn some great disciplines for the sport of basketball, and have fun, which is ultimately what it's all about to begin with, then let me suggest Maximum Hoops. Paul McMahon does not babysit your kid. That's not what it's about here. This is an opportunity for your child to learn great habits, learn disciplines, understand the game of basketball, create a skill set that is personalized to them, and at the same time have fun. That's right, folks. Maximum learning, maximum fun. That's Maximum Hoops. Give Paul McMahon a call at 704-860-1185. That's 704-860-1185. Again, maximum learning, maximum fun. That's Maximum Hoops. 704-860-1185. Hi, folks. Have you seen it? VoiceCarolinaSmedia.com. If you're looking for me and what I'm doing, whether it's the Belmont Abbey Sports Network, ACC Network Extra, Big South Digital Network, ESPN Plus, or, of course, my little bit of time here at the Voice Carolina's Broadcast Network, you can find out where I'm going, what I'm doing, and you can even book me for your next big event, all on VoiceCarolinaSmedia.com. Don't forget it, folks. VoiceCarolinaSmedia.com. VoiceCarolinaSmedia.com. And we're ready for second half action in the Big South Conference. The Upstate Spartans wearing the black uniforms will go from left to right here in this second half. The Gardner-Webb Bulldogs wearing the all whites, of course, being the home team. They'll go from right to left here in half number two. It'll be the original five for the Spartans: Yuri Spahn, Dion Holmes, Malik Moore, Nevin Zink, and Pat Welch on the floor for the Spartans. Welch went toward, or I should say Spahn went toward Zink, but Zink had actually filtered his way toward the middle of the paint. The turnover gives it back to Gardner-Webb. Gardner-Webb will have Jose Perez on the floor. Also, they'll have Christian Turner, Nate Johnson, David Afanani. End of the ball game as Turner tracks down that ball, and then DJ Laster. So both clubs going with their original starting five. The Bulldogs with the 8-point advantage as we get things started here in half number two. Afanani out to Turner. Now Perez on the bounce over Welch. Off the window, no good. Tipped out, boarded by Dion Holmes. Yuri Spahn looking to go into the front court to Welch. Man-to-man defense by Gardner-Webb. They've pretty much run exclusively man-to-man defense, have both clubs in this contest. Spahn kicks it. Malik Moore has it deflected away. Back-to-back turnovers by the Spartans. That's not what Dave Dickerson wanted. They have 14 in the contest. Laster on the bounce into the lane. The Euro step. They're saying he's going rimward. The foul, I believe, will be called on Yuri Spahn. Spahn was trying to help out in the middle of the paint. He gets the foul. And that'll send Laster to the line. DJ Laster in that first half had 6 points, 6 rebounds, 2 of 5 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw stripe. First free throw, back irons it, no good. Laster about a 58% free throw shooter, so it would stand to reason that on average he'd be just as close to 2 for 4 as he would be 2 for 3. He gets that one to rattle home. The lead stretches to 9 points. 9 points is tied for the largest lead of the night for this Gardner-Webb club. Gardner-Webb had a 9-point lead at 20-11. The Spartans put together a 10-0 run and actually took a 21-20 lead. They're going to need that same thing again. Welch, near side in the corner, tries to go to the elbow. Now to Zink. Zink gets doubled, spins off the window, and he gets it to go. Nevin Zink has acquitted himself quite nicely here in this contest. He's got 8 points in the game. And the Bulldog lead back to 8 at 35-28. I should say 7 is the lead at 35-28. Johnson will fire from deep. Misses that. That's his first miss from distance this evening. Boarded by Holmes. Here come the Spartans. Spahn has it stripped away, but he finds a way to get it back to Holmes. Now Malik Moore on the wing for 3. Back irons that one, no good. Efeane has the rebound for the Bulldogs, and here comes Gardner-Webb. Efeane loses the handle on the way. Goes off of David Efeane. Out of bounds. Possession to the Spartans. Correction. They're going to say it went off an Upstate Spartans player and stays with the Bulldogs. So the Bulldogs will get a reprieve with 21 on the shot clock. Moore will tip it away. Can he track it down? He will. Moore to Zink. Zink with the two-handed flush. As Zink followed the basketball down the floor, outraced all of the big men for Gardner-Webb, and Malik Moore rewarded the big man. And Nevin Zink now in double figures with that two-handed dunk to Laster. Laster has the handle lost. It'll go out of bounds off of Pat Welch, as Welch had his foot on the baseline. .18 on the shot clock. Perez will have it on the far side wing, gives it back to Christian Turner. Turner between the circles. 8 on the shot clock. They'll go to Efeane. Efeane might have gotten away with a push. He'll step back for the 3, and he gets it to fall. A la James Harden, once he got the defensive player off balance, ultimately going to the floor, Efeane was able to step back and knock down the triple. Welch between the circles. Spahn now from deep. Misses everything. Boarded by DJ Laster. Back to an 8-point lead for the Bulldogs. Dalvin White will be checking in here at a moment's notice. Spin move. Jose Perez off the window, no good. Zink grabs the rebound for the Spartans. 3.5 minutes into the second half from Paul Porter Arena. Welch steps up for 3. Splash! He gets the knockdown. The lead goes back to 5 at 38-33. Pat Welch has 2 triples on the night. 6 points to his credit. So we talked about in the first half, we'll have him as our player interview inside the Hodge tomorrow night on Facebook Live, as the foul is going to be on Deion Holmes. Should be his 3rd foul. It is. 16:04 remaining in the game. Is checking into the contest will be Brandon Miller, the redshirt junior out of Orlando, Florida. Josh Aldrich will be in for Yeri Spahn. Deion Holmes out. Also checking into the game will be Dalvin White. Baseline throw. Turner will trigger in baseline far side. Leans in. Efeane had it knocked away briefly, but he was able to catch it in midair and reverse with the left-hand layup. The lead back to 7 at 40-33. We will have a media timeout on the other side, or on the next whistle, I should say. Zink's going to get fouled on the baseline. As the foul's going to be on Brandon Miller, and that will send us to our under-16 media timeout. A 40-33 lead for Gardner-Webb, as we'll be back on the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. Hi folks, Brian Rushing here. Wanted to tell you a little bit about Maximum Hoops. If your kid is looking for an opportunity to raise their skill set, learn some great disciplines for the sport of basketball, and have fun, which is ultimately what it's all about to begin with, then let me suggest Maximum Hoops. Paul McMahon does not babysit your kid. That's not what it's about here. This is an opportunity for your child to learn great habits, learn disciplines, understand the game of basketball, create a skill set that is personalized to them, and at the same time have fun. That's right, folks. Maximum learning, maximum fun. That's Maximum Hoops. Give Paul McMahon a call at 704-860-1185. That's 704-860-1185. Again, maximum learning, maximum fun. That's Maximum Hoops. 704-860-1185. 40-33 the score in favor of Gardner-Webb. 15:46 remaining in the ball game. Got a fresh stat sheet, and the Spartans doing a much better job in this early segment, shooting the basketball 60% from the field, and they're going to need that as they were down 8 points at the half, and they're going to have to get a run together. They're going to have to get some consecutive stops against the Bulldogs if they're going to try to do anything here. They cannot afford to trade baskets despite the fact there's almost 16 minutes remaining in this ball game. Folks, don't forget, ESPN Plus is where we'll be on Tuesday night from the Hodge Center. So it'll be UNC Asheville, the Bulldogs, taking on the Spartans on women's basketball action, 6 o'clock start time. It's all that part of the Big South Digital Network. Myself and Brock Bowling will bring you that action from the Hodge Center. It's the Spartans ready to go with the baseline throw-in. Gardner-Webb will come out of the timeout. They'll have on the floor Eric Jamison, Jaheim Cornwall, David Efeane, Nate Johnson. They'll also stay with Brandon Miller on the floor as we prepare for that second horn to sound. Not exactly sure what the delay is. I think they're trying to make sure they go back to the Big South Network, and I think that's where we are. So we've gotten the thumbs up from the broadcast crew working on the baseline. Of course, Fabian Fuentes, a staple in broadcast as far as broadcasters are concerned throughout Cleveland County and then into the upstate of South Carolina and Cherokee County. He is a fixture in Gaffney, working for both Gardner-Webb and the Limestone College Saints. He's here covering the game and, of course, wearing the red jacket. As Malik Moore had that shot, I believe, partially blocked by Jamison. Gardner-Webb will go into the front court. If I do half the things in life that Fabian Fuentes has done in his broadcast career, it'll be a pretty good life. It's Dalvin White, dribbles in, gets stopped by Miller. They'll reset the offense. 7-point advantage for the Bulldogs. Welch, far side to Josh Aldrich. Aldrich looking baseline, can't find Zink. I had Zink with 10 points earlier off of that two-handed flush. He only has 8 according to the official numbers. Dalvin White cuts it to a 4-point ball game with that triple. 40-36 the score in favor of the running Bulldogs. As the Spartans now showing some proficiency from beyond the arc here in the second stanza. So I believe that's their second triple knocked down in the half. Cornwall at the top, being hawked by White. Key to line to lane, can't get it to go, as White will be called for the foul. Cornwall did a very good job of getting White off balance. The crossover dribble at the nail got him to the rim, which is where he was able to get past White and draw the foul. For those of you that aren't familiar with what the nail is, in basketball arenas, the nail is on the free throw line, dead center in front of the rim. It's the first free throw for Cornwall, misses short. Malik Moore will check out. Bryson Mozone will be back in for the Spartans. They use that nail to actually put down the 6-foot string that'll go in a circle around nowadays the top half from the free throw line extended. That's the area that the free throw shooter can now stand in. We call it the key area. The evolution of basketball has seen an evolution of the free throw lane and subsequently the key, if you will. Welch working against the zone now. Gardner-Webb going with a zone for the first time this afternoon. White will go against the screen. They're going to call traveling violation. And Dave Dickerson puts two hands to his face and wipes downward, as if trying to understand one of two things: the inexplicable nature of that turnover or the inexplicable nature of the call. And Brandon Miller on the other side is going to get called for the offensive foul, as he never got stationary setting the screen. So the basketball goes back to the Spartans. So the Spartans with the basketball, down 41-36. Trying to trim this lead at Paul Porter Arena. Out of the zone defense, Aldrich on the baseline. Inside to Zink. Zink reverses it to White from the corner. Back irons that one, no good. Rebounded by Cornwall. Cornwall rushes it into the front court to Jamison. Jamison leans in, left-handed shot partially blocked, but he'll go to the line to shoot free throws. Eric Jamison, the redshirt junior out of East Point, Georgia, will go to the free throw line, an 84.5% free throw shooter, averaging 7.5 points per ball game. That free throw will rattle around and find a home. Jose Perez will check in for Nate Johnson, as Jamison will shoot the second free throw. Jamison, listed at 6'6", and I would believe it. Long and lanky, ultra athletic. I would love to see him in the open floor as he makes the second free throw, and the lead goes to 43-36, a 7-point lead for the Bulldogs. Welch on the near side. They now go back into a man-to-man defense to the Bulldogs. Zink on the baseline, steps back from 15 and gets that to go. And Nevin Zink is growing up before our eyes here in Big South Conference play, as he's clearly into double figures now with that 15-foot baseline jumper. Cornwall inside to Miller. Miller goes into the paint, now spins away. The left hand is short. Nevin Zink boards it. Good job of closing out by Nevin Zink there, and he gets the rebound, and the Spartans can take this to a one-possession game with a conversion. White, guarded by Jamison. Jamison's got about 6 or 7 inches on White. Zink on the baseline, throws it up, no call, as it's deflected away by Miller. And here come the Bulldogs. Perez, far side, dumps it down into Jamison. Jamison trying to work against Mozone. Perez leans in off the window. That might have been partially blocked by Aldrich, but here come the Spartans. White to Mozone for three. Back irons that one, no good, and they'll call the foul, and they're going to keep it right here. So the foul is going to be on Jamison. That'll be his first foul, and DJ Laster will check in for Brandon Miller. Checking into the game for the Spartans will be Ross Ryan, the freshman out of Pickerington, Ohio. So he'll be in to give Nevin Zink a little bit of a breather. Ross Ryan, a 6'9" freshman, looks a little more like a stretch 4, as he won't necessarily bang like Zink does, at least from the early experiences I've seen. Can expand his game on the outside a little bit. And Ross Ryan gets the touch for the first time today and is called for the travel. As the possession will go to Gardner-Webb. And apparently the officials are seeing something out of the Spartans, as they're stationary and obviously shuffling their feet before putting the basketball down. That's happened on a number of occasions in this contest. Perez working on Aldrich, digs down deep, stolen away by White. Now they'll go to Welch. Welch from the wing. You better believe it. Pat Welch with the knockdown. He's got 9. The lead is down to 2 at 43-41. Pat Welch showing absolutely no hesitation there in the transition, getting that ball on the near side wing as this club is going left to right and getting that knockdown, as the foul is going to be on Pat Welch. 11:25 remaining in the ball game. The Crusaders trying to make it close. They trail by 2. Big South Conference basketball on the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. We'll be back in just a moment. I want to thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast on the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. The mission is clear. At the Voice Carolinas Media Group, I want to bring you a wide variety of audio broadcasts to North and South Carolina. From high school and college sports to minor league baseball, including coaches, shows, and podcasts, I want to bring entertaining content to the listener and affordable advertising to the sponsors. If you'd like to bring the Voice Carolinas Media Group to your event, or if you want to support my effort, I hope that you'll reach out to me online at voicecarolinasmedia.com. That's voicecarolinasmedia.com. And then, of course, you can always reach out to me by way of email, brianrushingradio@gmail.com. Don't forget to connect with me on social media at VC Media Group on Twitter and at What's Up B-Rush on Instagram. I hope you enjoyed today's broadcast and that you'll tune in often for local sports audio the way you remember it on the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. The email address again, brianrushingradio@gmail.com. 11:25 remaining in the ball game from Paul Porter Arena. The Spartans, who found themselves down by as many as 9 points in this second half, have now trimmed the lead to 2. And it's been good balance by the Spartans, as the Spartans averaging about 70 points a game. Basically 69.9 is the exact number. But they're getting a good contribution tonight from Nevin Zink. He's got 10.6 rebounds. Malik Moore 5 and 5. Yuri Spahn with 4 points. Deion Holmes with 6 and 3 rebounds. Pat Welch with 9 points in the ball game. This is a Spartans club that had 4 triples in the first half, already with 3 in the second. They're 7 of 21 from beyond the arc. If they're able to get that number to between 37 and 40, they could really turn the tide in this ball game. Jamison to the baseline. Johnson kicks it back out to Jamison, and they're going to call a traveling violation on Eric Jamison. And now the Spartans with an opportunity. A standard field goal ties this one up. If they get a triple here, they retake the lead. Ryan gives the screen to White. Now Aldrich at the top. Welch on the floor. Mozone. This is a critical phase again for this reserve unit of the Spartans. Welch to the corner to Aldrich for 3. That one rattles around. It was halfway down, boarded by the Bulldogs. And Dalvin White doing a good job and goes up into the 5th row. Dalvin White deflected the basketball, tried to save it, and on his way out of bounds, found a crease up the stairs. I thought it was going to get popcorn. As it turns out, the basketball will stay with the Bulldogs. That might have been the most athletic play of the night, and that's just to avoid injury. Laster with the pump fake goes around Ryan. They'll lean in, and they're going to call the block, I believe, on Josh Aldrich. It will be on Aldrich, as he was in the restricted area when the contact was made. And Laster will shoot the free throws. And Nevin Zink will check in after the first free throw is attempted. Free throws up, front iron no good. And Zink will be back in for Ross Ryan. And that was a good job of utilizing the clock to Dave Dickerson's advantage there. As Zink went out with about 13 and a half minutes remaining in the ball game. And from that point, he was able to execute the 3.5 minutes off the floor along with the media timeout. So he got himself a pretty substantive breather. Second free throw by Laster is true, 44-41 lead. This basketball game working out in Dave Dickerson's favor as far as pace of play and the way the scoring goes. As Nevin Zink's got a dozen, he put a spin move leaning to the middle of the paint, goes back outside. The left-hand layup is good, and the Spartans are down by a single point, 44-43, and that's a traveling violation. And the Spartans will get another opportunity to take the lead with a conversion. And for Gardner-Webb, that's turnover number 15 in the game. As both of these clubs, at least the brain trust of these clubs, rather disenchanted by the inability to cherish the basketball. Mozone lost it for a moment, gets it back. And that's going to go off his leg, and the turnover back to the Bulldogs. Christian Turner will check into the contest for Gardner-Webb. He's in for Cornwall. Jose Perez will enter the basketball back into play in front of the press row area. Turner Nevin Zink goes to hedge, gets Turner back to the midcourt area. Between the circles, they'll reset the offense. Laster thought about the shot, and I think that's basically window dressing. As Laster tries to throw it off the window with the left hand, misses. A good job defensively by Zink. Aldrich with the rebound. The Spartans down by 1 with 9.5 remaining. Aldrich to Mozone. Mozone with the bounce, trying to find space in the gap. They'll go to Welch. 5 on the shot clock, so they got to do something. Out to White. White's got a fire from distance, deep, and he gets it to go at the buzzer. So Dalvin White with the triple gives the Spartans the 46-44 lead. He saw the shot clock from the other side of the floor and decided that he's going to have to throw something up, and it goes from deep. Laster leans in, and that's going to get deflected off the window. The foul is going to be on Nevin Zink. The Gardner-Webb Bulldogs were asking for the basket interference. Of course, that was not the case. Just because Aldrich blocks it to the window doesn't mean that he took it from the window. As the free throw by Laster will take the scenic route about 3 or 4 times around the world before finally falling in. Laster, free throw, rattles around, finds a home. We're tied up at 46. Tim Kraft would have wanted this game in the 80s. Likely not going to get there. Dave Dickerson wanted something in the 60s or right at about 70. That might be exactly where we are. Welch from the corner. Front iron's no good. It's going to be tipped away by Efeane. And Dave Dickerson wants some help. As Dave Dickerson saw what I saw, I honestly thought that Efeane was the one that touched it out of bounds. I'm wearing a solid color sweater tonight. I'm not wearing stripes, so my opinion really doesn't matter any. But the basketball will go to the Bulldogs. 8:20 remaining in a tie ball game. Turner between the circles goes to Efeane. Man-to-man defense by the Spartans as Welch is guarding it. Welch was asking for a traveling violation, didn't get that either. Now to Laster. Laster again fakes the shot, loses the handle, and it's covered by Zink. And now the Spartans with an opportunity to retake a lead. Aldrich back up to Mozone, and they'll call the traveling violation. And with 7:48 remaining, that takes us to our media timeout. Tied at 46. It's Big South Conference basketball. Should be an exciting finish. We'll be back on the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. Cabinets Unlimited is a proud supporter of the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. A commitment to quality and attention to detail service calling cards for every customer every day at Cabinets Unlimited. Find out for yourself by calling Jeff Gibson at 704-825-9694. That's 704-825-9694. Cabinets Unlimited, a proud supporter of the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. The number again, 704-825-9694. That's Cabinets Unlimited. Hi, folks. Have you seen it? VoiceCarolinaSmedia.com. If you're looking for me and what I'm doing, whether it's the Belmont Abbey Sports Network, ACC Network Extra, Big South Digital Network, ESPN Plus, or, of course, my little bit of time here at the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network, you can find out where I'm going, what I'm doing, and you can even book me for your next big event, all on VoiceCarolinaSmedia.com. Don't forget it, folks. VoiceCarolinaSmedia.com. VoiceCarolinaSmedia.com. Folks, don't forget the next Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network of Big South Conference basketball will be on the 22nd of January, right back here in Paul Porter Arena. It'll be the Upstate Spartans taking on the Gardner-Webb Bulldogs. This time on the women's side, as Tammy George's club will come into Paul Porter Arena to take on the Running Bulldogs. That'll be a 6 o'clock tip. We hope that you'll join us for some exciting Big South Conference basketball action. So proud, so happy to bring you the coverage of the men's action this evening, and it's become a real Donnybrook. The Upstate Spartans have fought very diligently in this contest, and the Gardner-Webb Bulldogs have been unable to shake them in this contest. 7:48 remaining, tied at 46. Eric Jamison back on the floor for the Bulldogs, along with Christian Turner, DJ Laster, David Efeane, and Nate Johnson. Efeane was a first-team all-preseason Big South player. As Efeane, on the lob pass, Nevin Zink read it, defended the play, and it went out of bounds off Efeane. Possession to the Spartans. The Spartans will counter with Pat Welch, Nevin Zink, Josh Aldrich, and Dalvin White. Pat Welch also on the floor for the Spartans. Deion Holmes and Malik Moore are not on the floor. And that's got to be a good sign for Dave Dickerson as he can bring in his two seniors late in the contest. As Zink is going to get tied up by Nate Johnson, and the possession arrow will go in favor of the running Bulldogs. And Jaheim Cornwall will check into the game for Gardner-Webb in place of Christian Turner. Cornwall into the front court, goes to Laster. They'll hand it right back off to Cornwall. Man-to-man defense by the Spartans. Gardner-Webb going from right to left here in the second half. Laster leans in off the window, gets the reverse to go. 48-46 the score. White into the front court. Welch between the circles. Guarded by Johnson. Mozone, near side, looking for Nevin Zink. Can't find him. 10 on the shot clock. Aldrich has it on the far wing. They've got to go back. Aldrich is going to have to fire, do something. White now leans in to Zink. Oh, that's a great play. Dalvin White did a great job with the crossover dribble, getting into the paint, drawing Laster. Zink wide open by himself. Nevin Zink has 14 in the ballgame. He's nearing a career high if he's not already there. I'll have to check my numbers. Leaning in, Efeane gets it to go off the window, and he draws the contact. He'll get an opportunity at a three-point conversion. As the foul is going to be on Josh Aldrich. The lead goes to 50-48. So we get an opportunity here. We've got two Jumbotron-type big screens here in Paul Porter Arena, and I'm in a perfect position to see one of those windows. A great play by David Efeane as the free throw is missed. They'll call the foul on DJ Laster. Nevin Zink in his freshman season scored 14 points in game number 2 against Brevard. So he's matched his career high. If he makes another point in this ball game, of course, the freshman out of Newtown, Connecticut will have a new career high. And with this being a conference game, of course, it has considerably more importance. White, left side, brings it around to Mozone. Mozone from 18, back irons that one no good. Laster boards it for the Bulldogs. And you wonder when Dave Dickerson is going to go to his seniors for the close of this one. As the foul's going to be on Pat Welch. Efeane will go to the line to shoot free throws. These two clubs, this is the 24th time the two schools have faced off against one another as Efeane makes the free throws, but it's just the 5th time that they've done it as Division I members. Upstate has the slight advantage, 12-11 overall. Second free throw by Efeane is good. The lead stretched to 4 at 52-48. In the D1 era, Gardner-Webb has a 3-1 advantage. They've played twice as non-conference opponents. Gardner-Webb won both of those back in 2007-2008, both as members of the Atlantic Sun Conference. They split a season series. As Upstate, as they started at the Division I level, Mozone shot misses. He'll get the rebound back, and now it's on the floor, and we'll have a held ball as it'll go to the Upstate Spartans with 5:12 remaining. Both of these clubs basically kind of made the same transitions. Gardner-Webb had a slightly quicker ascent to Division I basketball. as a member of the Atlantic Sun Conference, but now both schools reside here in the Big South. As the timeout taken with 5:12 remaining, it'll be a media timeout. We'll take it with them on the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. We'll be back in just a moment. Hi, folks. Brian Rushing here. Wanted to tell you a little bit about Maximum Hoops. If your kid is looking for an opportunity to raise their skill set, learn some great disciplines for the sport of basketball, and have fun, which is ultimately what it's all about to begin with, then let me suggest Maximum Hoops. Paul McMahon does not babysit your kid. That's not what it's about here. This is an opportunity for your child to learn great habits, learn disciplines, understand the game of basketball, create a skill set that is personalized to them, and at the same time have fun. That's right, folks. Maximum learning, maximum fun. That's Maximum Hoops. Give Paul McMahon a call at 704-860-1185. That's 704-860-1185. Again, maximum learning, maximum fun. That's Maximum Hoops. 704-860-1185. Paul Porter Arena is where we are. 5:12 remaining in the ball game. The Spartans trail by 4. 52-48 is the score. The Upstate Spartans, of course, their first year as a Big South Conference member. They were picked to finish last in the conference. Gardner-Webb was picked to finish 6th, according to the pundits. Both clubs winless. Right now, the Big South standings, Winthrop 2-0 in the conference, along with Radford 2-0 in the conference. Winthrop with a 10-5 record overall. Radford 10-6 overall on the year. High Point 2-0 on the season. They're 9-7 overall. Tubby Smith's club is going to always try to make things difficult in the Big South Conference. As both of those clubs are, all three of those clubs, undefeated here in the very early going. As the Spartans will trigger inbounds, so they'll have a fresh shot clock. White goes to Welch between the circles. Gardner-Webb, that 6th place team, of course, a win for either of these clubs throws them right back up in the middle of the conference table. As White to Aldrich, 9 on the shot clock. They got to move. Cannot settle, and they do. A deep 3. Maybe that's not settling. Dalvin White with the knockdown from NBA range makes it a 1-point ball game. As Dalvin White showing no fear with the deep 3. A 52-51 lead for Gardner-Webb. Efeane leans in off the window, and he gets it to go. Efeane with 16 points in the ballgame. He leads this club with almost 17. He's basically right at that number. Mozone at the elbow. Gives it back to Welch. Now White. White was going to stop at the three-point circle at the top of the key. Lost the handle briefly. They'll reset the offense. Welch going in a zone defense. White again misses long, and they're going to call the foul on Josh Aldrich. Dave Dickerson imploring Dalvin White to throw the ball inside. With 3:54 remaining, that's going to take us to our final media timeout. Inside Paul Porter Arena, we'll bring you the conclusion. 54-51 in favor of Gardner-Webb. We'll be back. Big South Conference basketball on the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. We'll be right back. I want to thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast on the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. The mission is clear. At the Voice Carolinas Media Group, I want to bring you a wide variety of audio broadcasts to North and South Carolina. From high school and college sports to minor league baseball, including coaches, shows, and podcasts, I want to bring entertaining content to the listener and affordable advertising to the sponsors. If you'd like to bring the Voice Carolinas Media Group to your event, or if you want to support my effort, I hope that you'll reach out to me online at voicecarolinasmedia.com. That's voicecarolinasmedia.com. And then, of course, you can always reach out to me by way of email, brianrushingradio@gmail.com. Don't forget to connect with me on social media at VC Media Group on Twitter and at What's Up B-Rush on Instagram. I hope you enjoy today's broadcast and that you'll tune in often for local sports audio the way you remember it on the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. The email address again, brianrushingradio@gmail.com. 3:54 remaining here in Paul Porter Arena. A 3-point lead for the Gardner-Webb Bulldogs. Both clubs looking for their first conference win of 2018-19. So I took a look back at some of the previous games for Gardner-Webb. We talked about this in the pregame show. This is a Gardner-Webb club that after losing in the midweek to Campbell had rattled off 8 straight wins, 2 against ACC foes. It started inside the Hodge Center November the 28th, where they defeated the Upstate Spartans. In that contest, they won 74-61. But the Spartans have an opportunity to turn it over on them here, as they're within shouting distance, down by 3 with 3:54 remaining. The loss that snapped the 8-game winning streak for the Bulldogs was at Campbell. Chris Clemens, Big South Conference preseason player of the year. Well, we know he can score, and he can score in bunches, and he did against Gardner-Webb, had 27 points in the ballgame, played 38 minutes in that contest, as he was a real difference maker and is a real difference maker. He's worth the price of admission to come watch Big South Conference basketball. As Nate Johnson makes both free throws, the lead stretches to 5. Johnson with 11 in the ballgame, 2 free throws, 3 triples. And Malik Moore and Deion Holmes still not on the floor, as Dave Dickerson's going to go with the youngsters. You've got Mozona on the floor, Zink, Hammond, and Dalvin White, all 4 freshmen. And then, of course, you've got Pat Welch. Pat Welch, a senior out of New Hampshire. Pat Welch is going to try to see if he can help this group of youngsters get this Big South Conference win. Hammond goes with the left hand, can't get it to fall. Jamison will get the rebound, and Mozone got hit in the face. And now he's going to be slow to get back on defense. Jamison inside to Laster. Laster hangs on to it. And now Efeane leans to Jamison. Jamison gets the bucket and the foul. And the lead goes to 7 at 58-51. 3:11 remaining in the ball game. And now that puts Dave Dickerson a bit of a conundrum here in this contest. Does he stay with this grouping as it is? Jamison, free throw, up and good. The conversion makes it an 8-point lead, which is where we were at the half. And the Spartans are going to have to try to get off the mat one more time to see if they can overcome this 8-point deficit. The largest lead was 9, as Hammond at the elbow is stopped by Laster on the help defense. White now to Hammond. Mozone for 3. Can't get it to go. Zink going for the rebound. Tipped out of bounds by Jamison. A fresh shot clock for the Spartans. As Upstate having some prosperity in the early portion of this second half have really kind of gone cold. Welch from the corner. Can't get that one to fall. White can't track down the rebound. Cornwall looks ahead. Cornwall will take it himself. The 3 misses that one, no good, and they'll call the foul on Eric Jamison. And the foul on Gardner-Webb will be the team's 5th, so they still have 1 to give. Gardner-Webb now in the double bonus. They'll be shooting free throws the rest of the way. Gardner-Webb offering up some token pressure in three-quarter court. The Spartans get through it with no issue. So we near 2 minutes remaining. Hammond with the bounce, leans in, can't get it to go, but he'll shoot free throws. And the foul's going to be on DJ Laster. So Everett Hammond will shoot the free throw, the club's 3rd leading scorer by average, 6.3 per ball game. Free throws up, and it's good. Hammond, the 75% free throw shooter, has started in 3 contests, all very early in the year when Deion Holmes was still nursing injury. Second free throw for Hammond. It's perfect, and the lead goes to 6. And the Spartans need stops. Efeane looks ahead, finds Johnson. Leans in, Jamison. Jamison will get the easy lay-in as 3 Spartans went sprinting for the baseline, and neither one of them could track the basketball down. Back to an 8-point advantage. And now Gardner-Webb going into the zone again, this time a little farther out. It's basically the top of that 2-3 zone is situated at the 3-point circle, and Hammond, under duress, gets the 3-pointer to go, and it's a 5-point ball game. 61-56, 90 seconds remaining. And the Spartans are going to sell out on the defensive end. Full court pressure. They almost forced a 10-second violation, and Everett Hammond's going to be called for the trip from behind. And Efeane will be slow to get up. So the Spartans going to have to get some help at the free throw line, and they're going to have to get some conversions, as David Dickerson has gone with his youngsters. Free throw is up and good for Efeane. So Efeane will get the second, a 6-point advantage. Free throws up, rattles around and finds a home, 7-point advantage. Soft pressure applied by Gardner-Webb as they're just trying to hold up a straight line dribble into the front court. White leans in, gets held up and loses the ball, and Jamison gathers it for Gardner-Webb. And that might have been ill-advised from the freshman, as now we're a minute to play. A 3-possession advantage for Gardner-Webb, and a bucket here could spell curtains for the Spartans. Jamison leans in, nowhere to go. 4 on the shot clock. Efeane will fire, back irons it, no good. Welch has it, they'll have to rush it up the floor. Hammond leans in, takes the bump, no call. Zink gets hit. They'll play on. I can't believe there's been no foul yet, as White will go to Mozone, and they'll have to reset the offense. There was a lot of contact there for there to not be a foul call somewhere, as Mozone can't get it. And Nate Johnson will go to the free throw line to shoot shots. And Dave Dickerson just has a grin on his face. And he might be grinning, but I can promise you that's not the interior expression that is at the top of mind for Dave Dickerson. That was an unfortunate turn of events for the Spartans there. There were 2 separate occasions that there was considerable contact. And Dickerson now really leaning in on the officials. 14.4 remaining, and the free throw is good from Johnson. He's got 12. That free throw misses, no good. Welch now into the front court. 10 seconds remaining. Welch under duress will fire again, and he'll make. Pat Welch has been very good from beyond the arc, and now the Spartans trapping up 3 players. Efeane is going to hang on to it, but that ought to do it. As Tim Kraft's club will get their first conference win in the Big South, a 64-59 win against the very young Upstate Spartans. When we come back, we'll have the postgame show on the Voice Carolina's broadcast network. We'll be right back. I want to thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast on the Voice Carolina's broadcast network. The mission is clear. At the Voice Carolina's Media Group, I want to bring you a wide variety of audio broadcasts to North and South Carolina. From high school and college sports to minor league baseball, including coaches, shows, and podcasts, I want to bring entertaining content to the listener and affordable advertising to the sponsors. If you'd like to bring the Voice Carolinas Media Group to your event, or if you want to support my effort, I hope that you'll reach out to me online at voicecarolinasmedia.com. That's voicecarolinasmedia.com. And then, of course, you can always reach out to me by way of email, brianrushingradio@gmail.com. Don't forget to connect with me on social media at VC Media Group on Twitter and at What's Up B-Rush on Instagram. I hope you enjoyed today's broadcast and that you'll tune in often for local sports audio the way you remember it on the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. The email address again, brianrushingradio@gmail.com. Cabinets Unlimited is a proud supporter of the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. A commitment to quality and attention to detail service calling cards for every customer every day at Cabinets Unlimited. Find out for yourself by calling Jeff Gibson at 704-825-9694. That's 704-825-9694. Cabinets Unlimited, a proud supporter of the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. The number again, 704-825-9694. That's Cabinets Unlimited. Hi folks, Brian Rushing here. Wanted to tell you a little bit about Maximum Hoops. If your kid is looking for an opportunity to raise their skill set, learn some great disciplines for the sport of basketball, and have fun, which is ultimately what it's all about to begin with, then let me suggest Maximum Hoops. Paul McMahon does not babysit your kid. That's not what it's about here. This is an opportunity for your child to learn great habits, learn disciplines, understand the game of basketball, create a skill set that is personalized to them, and at the same time have fun. That's right, folks. Maximum learning, maximum fun. That's Maximum Hoops. Give Paul McMahon a call at 704-860-1185. That's 704-860-1185. Again, maximum learning, maximum fun. That's Maximum Hoops. 704-860-1185. Hi, folks. Have you seen it? VoiceCarolinesMedia.com. If you're looking for me and what I'm doing, whether it's the Belmont Abbey Sports Network, ACC Network Extra, Big South Digital Network, ESPN Plus, or, of course, my little bit of time here at the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network, you can find out where I'm going, what I'm doing, and you can even book me for your next big event, all on VoiceCarolinesMedia.com. Don't forget it, folks. VoiceCarolinesMedia.com. VoiceCarolinesMedia.com. Back here inside Paul Porter Arena, post-game show here on the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network as the Gardner-Webb running Bulldogs, with the win tonight, take their record to 11-6 overall. They go to 1-1 in conference play now as they're 500 on the year. The Upstate Spartans fall to 0-3 in conference, 5-13 overall on the season. And this has been almost a story that's happened on repeat for this very young Upstate Spartans club. Certainly on Thursday night against the Radford Highlanders, they had some dry patches. Radford developed a big lead. The Spartans were game in the effort trying to get back into the contest, but they just didn't have enough to get over the top. Very similar circumstance tonight as the Spartans were behind by 8 points late in the contest. They kept trying to cut the lead continually over and over again, but this young Spartans club just didn't quite have enough to get it their way this evening inside Paul Porter Arena as they fall 64-59 in a contest that had 39 turnovers in it. I don't think that was something that either club was really anticipating, and because of that, the offenses really had a hard time finding considerable continuity. I think it affected Tim Kraft's Bulldogs club more than it did Dave Dickerson's club, but nevertheless, the Spartans were undone possibly by some missed opportunities shooting the basketball. The percentages, they were right at 40% from the field. Not an extraordinarily big number, but certainly not anything that's going to break the back of an offense. They were 35% from beyond the arc, 11 of 31. They actually made more triples than Gardner-Webb. Gardner-Webb was 6 of 7 in the first half from three-point range. 1 of 4 in the second half. They did not lean a lot as they were able to take advantage of their athleticism with the dribble drive. They were able to go to the free throw line 22 times tonight. That was another big number. They were 17 of 22 from the line. The Spartans just 8 of 8 from the free throw line, so the percentages were certainly in favor of Upstate. They just didn't do it enough, as they were not able to really get the ball to the basket enough on the dribble drive to take advantage of the free throws. Individually in the ballgame, 2 double-figure scores for the Spartans. Nevin Zink had 18 points and 9 rebounds, so that's a new career high for Nevin Zink. He was very solid in this basketball game and gave Dave Dickerson some very good minutes. He logged 36 on the evening for the Upstate Spartans. Pat Welch had 12 points in the game. He was 4 of 7 from beyond the arc to make up those 12 points, and certainly his outside shooting had something to do with the Spartans staying close, especially in the second half. They trailed by as many as 9 in both the first and second half, but they were actually within one possession of overtaking the Bulldogs in the second half, not able to make it happen in this contest. For Gardner-Webb, they had 3 double-figure scores. David F.N.I. had 18 in the contest. Nate Johnson, 12. He was 3 of 4 from the line, 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. DJ Laster with 12 points and 9 rebounds, the senior doing a yeoman's job on the boards for the Gardner-Webb Bulldogs as they win the ball game 64-59. We come back on the other side of this post-game timeout. We'll give you an idea of where I'm going to be in the upcoming days. We'll also let you know when our next Voice Carolinas broadcast is of Big South Conference basketball. The Upstate Spartans lose to Gardner-Webb tonight, 64-59. We'll be back in just a moment. Hi folks, Brian Rushing here. Wanted to tell you a little bit about Maximum Hoops. If your kid is looking for an opportunity to raise their skill set, learn some great disciplines for the sport of basketball, and have fun, which is ultimately what it's all about to begin with, then let me suggest Maximum Hoops. Paul McMahon does not babysit your kid. That's not what it's about here. This is an opportunity for your child to learn great habits, learn disciplines, understand the game of basketball, create a skill set that is personalized to them, and at the same time have fun. That's right, folks. Maximum learning, maximum fun. That's Maximum Hoops. Give Paul McMahon a call at 704-860-1185. That's 704-860-1185. Again, maximum learning, maximum fun. That's Maximum Hoops. 704-860-1185. Post-game show here on the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. The Gardner-Webb Bulldogs upend the Upstate Spartans by a 64-59 score in Big South Conference play. The win, the first in conference for Gardner-Webb, as they move their record to 11-6 overall on the season. Give you an idea of where I'm going to be at in the next week, folks. Hope that you'll join me. Numerous ways you can do so, certainly as I continue to develop VoiceCarolinaSmedia.com. It will come out with a schedule giving you an idea of where we're going to be from day to day with Voice Carolinas Broadcasting and all of the other places that I'm at. Of course, I spend most of my time on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. We'll have 3 events on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network this week. Wednesday, a basketball doubleheader in the Wheeler Center as the women's team will take on Converse. They won today against Southern Wesleyan. They're at the top of the conference. They'll be taking on Converse on Wednesday night. That's a 5:30 start. The men, who are undefeated, did not get an update as far as basketball against Southern Wesleyan tonight. They'll be taking on Christendom College Wednesday night at 7:30. That will be on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. We'll also have wrestling on Thursday night on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. Saturday, a big Conference Carolinas game coming to you live on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. Doubleheader action, 5:30, 7:30, as the King Tornado come into Belmont to take on the Belmont Abbey Crusaders. That'll be a Saturday 5:30, 7:30 doubleheader. On ESPN Plus, part of the Big South Digital Network, we'll have women's basketball on Tuesday night as UNC Asheville will come to the Hodge Center to take on Tammy Georgia's USC Upstate Spartans. As that matchup will pit 2 clubs looking to make some inroads in the conference very early here in the season. Of course, Upstate got their first conference win in the Big South against Winthrop on Thursday night, as that matchup will start at 6 o'clock. Also, on Facebook Live, we'll have on Spartan Vision, as part of USC Upstate Spartans Facebook page, we'll have Inside the Hodge. Tomorrow, 6 o'clock, we'll have Dave Dickerson on for an interview, about a half an hour in length, 20 minutes, somewhere in that ballpark. We'll also have Pat Welch, who's scheduled to be our interview for the night. You can catch that tomorrow on Facebook Live, all part of Spartan Vision on their Facebook channel. And then, as it relates to our next Voice Carolinas broadcast, it'll be the 22nd of January, 6 o'clock. The Upstate Spartans on the women's side will come into Paul Porter Arena to take on the Gardner-Webb Bulldogs. That will be a 6 o'clock start from Boiling Springs, North Carolina. So now you're up to date with the schedule for both the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network and everywhere else I am. Hope that you'll continue to join us. Of course, you can always follow me on social media at VC Media Group on Twitter, at What's Up B-Rush on Instagram. As we bid you adieu from Paul Porter Arena tonight, the Gardner-Webb Bulldogs pick up their first conference win of the season. They go to 11-6 on the year, defeating the Upstate Spartans by a 64-59 score. For everybody here at Gardner-Webb University, I want to thank Mark Rabb, Chuck Birch, the phenomenal staff here that took great care of me this evening. This is Brian Rushing signing off. Thank you so much for tuning to Big South basketball action on the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network. We'll see you next time. Good night, everybody. College basketball on the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network has been a production of the Voice Carolinas Media Group and has been made possible by our sponsors and underwriters. We thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time on the Voice Carolinas Broadcast Network.